Good evening. Tough, motivated and uncompromising. Neil Kerley is tonight being remembered not only as a football great, but a great man.
The 88-year-old died in a crash close to his home in the Murraylands, where he's left a lasting legacy. Just as strong as the mark he made on the field, it's one of South Australia's most influential sporting figures.
Just minutes from Walker Flat on the Murray River, the crumpled wreck of Neil Kerley's car. The 88-year-old was on his way home with a trailer load of firewood when tragically a medical episode forced his car off the road. The close-knit community left in shock.
Curls, there's only one of him. He was the most motivated man I've ever come across. He got us off our backsides.
Back in Adelaide, family too overwhelmed with grief. Ted Kerley can't comprehend his brother has gone.
Dreadful. Right here, all the way up. Just can't believe it.
And the shockwaves instantly reverberated through the football world.
South Australia's loss, Australian football's lost really, because he was a great Australian football personality, transcended South Australia, so it's like losing a family member. I mean, it's just really hard to digest.
I just loved him like I love my dad, really. But he was just a good bloke. That's all I liked about him. I loved his stories.
Such a shock, you know, to lose a good friend like that, and he was resilient, bulletproof. You look at Curls and you never ever think he had a sick day.
He was an unbreakable man. I just thought natural causes would never have got him. He would have lived to be 100 plus.
This message sent by a former sparring partner turned mate.
It's without a doubt one of the saddest days of my life. I thought the big fella was invincible. He was such a loyal, honest human being. And to learn that he's gone is a very, very difficult pill to swallow. I loved the man. I loved him dearly.
Donald Neil Kerley made his mark on our game 6 decades ago as a player.
Kerley's up and almost flies unattended. The ball coming out of the pack and Kerley's mixing it up with them.
Coach, administrator and media figure.
He had this presence about him. He was a magnificent physical presence, and not only that, when he spoke, he commanded respect. He commanded your attention. You just sat up and listened.
Attack the ball hard when it is your responsibility.
Known to most as Knuckles for his fierce approach to the game and the toll it took on his fingers. It's believed he never missed a game through injury. He was tough and uncompromised.
You've got to come up, your jaw's broken. I said, well, fix it up, fix it. True, and I said, we can't fix it. So I got Laurie Rosewarne, the vice-captain, to chew up 6 packs of Chewies, which was good, and I put it on and that felt pretty good.
276 games as a player, 628 as a coach at no less than 5 clubs. He captain-coached West and South Adelaide to premierships in the 60s. He steered Glenelg to a flag in 1973 and 10 years later took the Bloods back to the promised land. But Kerley's land was very much here in South Australia. His passion for our state Guernsey was unrivalled. Verbal stoushes with Victorian counterpart Ted Whitten were the stuff of legend. Brash at times and a little controversial too, but no apologies for his uncompromising ways.
I was there late for a match and he absolutely abused me. He said, how come 19 players can get here on time and you can't? You know, you're more important than the other 19, and God, he made me feel small.
And it's got me in a bit of hot water occasionally with certain officials, that type of thing, but I couldn't give a stuff. And you say what you think is correct, and don't take shortcuts.
He had a healthy disdain for authority, put it that way. And he did not like umpires. He particularly did not like Victorian umpires.
With Corns as coach, Kerley was the Crows' inaugural football manager, credited for discovering the likes of Tony Modra and Mark Rasciuto, who he lured out of the Riverland.
I came up with an esky full of beer and parked on the side of the oval and watched me run around for Waker, and then was lucky enough to get signed up after that.
Yeah, there are so many stories like that. Such was the character of Neil Kerley. Of course, he was loved by his wife Barb, daughter Gail and his brother Ted, as we saw there. But condolences have poured in from right across the country, including our own Premier, Peter Malinauskas, who will work with the family on how the state can honour his legacy, including the possibility of a state funeral. The Crows will announce their big plans tomorrow, but they will wear black armbands in Saturday's clash with Melbourne at Adelaide Oval, as will no doubt the 10 Sandford teams in action this weekend. It's been a sad, sad day for South Australian football.
It sure has. Thank you, Corey.